Now, and I'll hand you back to the anchor.
Okay, good on you, Liv. Thank you very much, mate. Lovely having your company, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
And just a reminder, if you'd like to see our replay, it's over on 7-2 from 6:30. From all of us here, good night.
Good night.
On 7 News tonight, Jeff Horn, the sporting hero, answering his critics and preparing for his own parade.
First on 7, a mother and daughter terrorised in a Gold Coast home invasion.
Tragedy at Waterford West, a father perishes in a house fire. And big changes for the Maroons, Webby and Gilly's exclusive insight.
Live from our Brisbane headquarters, this is 7 News with Sharon Godella and Bill McDonald.
Good evening. Boxer Jeff Horn is adjusting to life as the world's newest sporting star following his underdog victory over Manny Pacquiao at Suncorp Stadium.
After a night of celebrating and a breakfast of chocolate, Horn woke to a world of attention. Not all of it kind. Some say he didn't deserve to win.
Followed by cameras and welcomed by rounds of applause. It was a rock star reception for a man who just rocked the sporting world. It seems the next battle of Brisbane has already begun.
Thank you, Laura. A couple will front court later this month after leaving their two children, aged 11 and 2, home alone while they attended yesterday's fight. Police found the children while evacuating houses at Enoggera due to a gas leak. The parents were ordered back and missed seeing the bout.
A toddler has died in a tragic accident in Brassall late this afternoon. Miley Hogan, the little boy, was hit by a car.
Yes, Sharon, an absolutely devastating tragedy for this family just after 4 p.m.
Obviously, in instances like this, extremely distressed, and we're trying to provide assistance as much as we can whilst we're conducting our investigation.
A mother and daughter have had guns held to their heads during a terrifying home invasion on the Gold Coast. The attackers struck while the family was asleep, dragging one of the victims from her bed.
10 hours ago, Karen Middleton was staring down the barrel of a gun. On the Gold Coast, Crystal Etherington, 7 News.
Thank you, Crystal. A man has described a heart-wrenching moment. He tried to save his neighbour from a burning townhouse at Waterford West. Sadly, the trapped 65-year-old lost his life.
Flames ripped through the townhouse this morning, robbing a young girl of her father and neighbours of a friend. Sarah Greenolge, 7 News.
Witnesses have told an inquest the player who shoulder-charged Queensland Rugby League player James Ackerman then shoved him while he was on the ground.
Marlena Wapp, 7 News.
Even the Prime Minister has drawn courage from Brisbane's new champion Jeff Horn.
Mark Riley, 7 News.
Tony Orton has the weather soon. In sport, world champion Jeff Horn wakes up to a whole new life. And Queensland blood on other 2 rookies for the Origin decider.
Tomorrow.
Queensland selectors have taken an each-way bet on whether Cameron Munster or Michael Morgan will wear Jonathan Thurston's number 6 jersey in next week's Origin decider. Maroons assistant coach Trevor Gilmister joins us now. And Gilly, you know you can tell me, who's going to play 5'8"?
OK, Webby, just between me and you, don't tell anyone else, but personally, I'd go with Michael Morgan in the halves. We haven't spoken about it just yet, but that's my opinion at the moment.
What role do you think he will play?
Well, it's traditionally been a utility role, hasn't it? Michael Morgan's covered that role so good for us the last half a dozen years. But if Michael Morgan happened to start and we got a couple of injuries maybe in the forwards, we could put Ben Hunt into the halves and put Michael Morgan into the forwards, mate. And he set up that try for us in the centres last game. So we're pretty well covered in all bases, mate.
Absolutely, plenty of good options. Thank you, Gilly. We will talk to you later in the preparation. Well, Jeff Horn's been a world champion for 24 hours and Melbourne are already trying to steal him away. I'd like to say that. Well, Nick Kyrgios and Queensland's Ash Barty begin their Wimbledon campaigns in a matter of hours with 4 Aussies on court on the opening day. Channel 7's Todd Woodbridge is in the thick of the action at the All England Club. Indeed, thank you, Tony. You can see all the action on 7-2 from 8:30 tonight. The sleepless nights for the tennis fans begin.
Late nights, early mornings.
Fantastic.
All right, thank you, Webby. Here's a look at what's on Sunrise tomorrow.
Thanks, guys. Tomorrow on Sunrise, keeping your food fresh for longer.
Discover the simple hacks that'll double its life. See you tomorrow, Queensland.
Thank you, Koshi. Finance and Fuelcast are next.
An exclusive behind the wheel during a police chase. The antics and stupidity that are putting all road users' lives at risk.
And at the moment, it's still 18 degrees on the Sunshine Coast. A warmer night and day ahead. Details next.
This weather report brought to you by Absolutely Dental.
Today's main stories now, and battered world champion Jeff Horn has basked in his glory, answered the critics and declared he welcomes a rematch with Manny Pacquiao. A toddler has died in a tragic accident at Brassel late this afternoon. The 18-month-old boy was run over by his father. A mother and daughter have had guns held to their heads during a terrifying home invasion on the Gold Coast. And people who missed out on tickets to the Commonwealth Games have been given a second chance to snap up seats. Cycle.
Tonight, we take you exclusively inside Queensland police chases to see the dangers and the stupidity through the eyes of the officers behind the wheel in this high-speed danger zone where all our lives are at risk. Thank you, Chris. Weather time now, and Tony, we're in for a bit of a warm spell.
Well, Bill, it's been a mild start to winter, but tomorrow will come as a shock to some people. We're looking at temperatures up to 4 degrees above the July average. That certainly was not the case first thing this morning. Ipswich and Gatton dropped to 3 degrees apiece. Coastal spots a bit warmer. The Gold Coast on 10 and Redcliffe also stayed into double figures. Archerfield was our warmest today on 23 degrees, a whole host of 22s across the region. We are seeing the odd inland shower bubbling away this evening. So after the warmth, well, we're in for a little bit of wet weather.
All right, thank you, Tony. And that's all from us this Monday. Thanks very much for your company.
We'll have updates this evening, then a 7 News bulletin tomorrow. That will be from 5 a.m, followed by Sunrise at 5:30. But for now, from all of the team, enjoy your Monday night.
Good night.
Parking fine fury. Now some relief. We have the Southeast's parking fine hotspots where you're most likely to get caught. How much ratepayers are being slugged and the city and suburban streets to avoid. An exclusive investigation tomorrow on 7 News.